Hey and welcome, I'm Solo and this is ZN Gaming. In this video, I'll be going over how to capture your game without capturing your desktop, other screens, or applications. Before I waste any more time, let's jump into it. First of all, I'm going to assume you have OBS set up and capturing desktop with sound working. If they work now and not after, you have settings that you need to fix that you changed. Everyone's OBS is a bit different. With a new install, this will work as showed. That being said, let's open OBS. I already have my OBS open. For this, we're just going to need to add a source. For this, we can just right click, add, and go to game capture. Now in here, we can just click OK and it's going to give us some options. Now this here drop down menu is going to have capture specific window. This is the one I use for games. But when I click it, there's not going to be anything, my game's not going to show up here until I actually launch the game. So when you're setting this here up, when you're to this here point, if you don't have your game going, it's not going to show up here. So this is not going to work. So the first thing we're going to need to do is pause here and let's go launch our game. All right, once you have the game launched that you're going to be playing, all you're going to need to do now is jump over and find the window. Make sure it's the one that's your game. For me, that's the Call of Dragons. Select it from the drop down. Now do keep in mind that not all games are going to show up in this here, and you will have to use the other option, which is capture any full screen application. So if your capture specific window, if your game does not show up in there, keep in mind that not every single game in the world is going to work exactly the same. So some of them may not be able to be captured in this here way due to anti-cheats, etc. There's lots of reasons. So if it does not show, try restarting your OBS first with the game open and try it again with the game open. Make sure you leave the game open so that it has no problem picking it up, because sometimes when you launch the game and OBS is already open, this here doesn't refresh and add it to the list. So just in case, make sure that you relaunch OBS and double check. And if that doesn't work, you'll have to change the mode to capture any full screen application. I don't like capturing the full screen application because there's lots of things that can go full screen on my other monitors that I might not want to capture. So I don't want it to accidentally capture anything but the game that I'm playing. I don't want it to capture my other screens, monitors, applications, or anything like that there. So once that's set, you should click OK and it should show up instantly. Make sure that it's at the top of the... Alright, so I added it here, and my first issue was, it looks like it came all the way over here and became a small window. So to fix this, we're going to click on this, go to transform, and we're going to fit to screen. Once that there is set, we'll give it another test here, we'll double click on it, go down here, select our game, and click OK. Once your game is launched and in full screen and playing, it should show in here. It'll show the Minecraft launcher, and it'll also show the Call of Dragons that I have. But as you can see, when I click on the Minecraft launcher, it doesn't really allow me to select that window because it's the launcher. You actually have to launch the game past the launcher to open up the java.exe, javaw.exe for the 1.20.6. So you'll need the javaw.exe Minecraft in the list, not actually the Minecraft exe Minecraft launcher. So when you're selecting this here in the windows for your game capture, you'll have to keep that in mind that your game has to be all the way launched, and you'll need to make sure that you select the right one. So once your game is up and playing, you'll want to go through these here. If it doesn't show up right away, you'll want to select through a few of them. But there is examples I will show you right after this here. So once you have this here set up, you can click OK. You can stretch it the size you want. Make sure it's underneath your stuff. Bam, you have a basic, your Minecraft is kind of here, you're set up. You're not capturing your desktop. When your game goes away, it's not going to show your desktop. But in the game capture, if you're trying to capture a game that does not work, like let's say my Call of Dragons, this is a good one. I'll click on the Call of Dragons. And no matter what I select in here, whether it be matching, unmatching, capture window, or not capture window, the game capture just does not see it as a game. So for this one here, for this game that does not seem to work but shows in the list and we've clicked on it, we've tried everything, but just a black screen, what we can do to still share that or to still screen share it is not use the game capture. There's actually one called window capture. It'll do the exact same thing as game capture does, is it just captures the game or the window that you want, but it gives you a wider variety of options and sometimes can fix the game that you're having an issue with capturing. So what we're going to do is I'll go over how to do that as well. We'll go in here and click add. And we'll go down to the window capture. Like I said, this is going to be the exact same as the game capture, except for with a few more options. So when we open it, the first thing it's going to show is Minecraft right away, which is a super good way. So if the game capture is not working, and a lot of people use it, try the window capture. This has been my fail-proof way of getting things to work. This is usually, if the first way doesn't work and the game doesn't show up, this is how I'd fix the problem. In here, you can select the Call of Dragons, and you can see it still doesn't work. Why doesn't my game show up? Down here in the capture method, it has an automatic. Now, if your game doesn't show an automatic, what you'll need to do is just try these. And lo and behold, Windows 10 1903 and up capture method captures the Call of Dragons that I could not figure out how to capture any other way except for using desktop capture. The window capture is the one that I would use for this here, and it'll, like I said, it'll allow you to capture pretty much any open window. And these here options, select through them. Capture method is usually the one that fixes it for me, and all I have to do is select the Windows 10, and that's done. Click OK. So that's two methods to be able to capture your game without capturing your desktop. And if you are having a problem with one of the games, you can leave both of these on. You can put the window capture and the game capture on you can have them both here as long as you're not running the two games at the same time. Like if you're not running Minecraft and Call of Dragons at the same time, they'll never overlap. So you can leave both sources in here and it would be actually fine. So when you're switching games, you don't have to change your source every single time. Just add your source for the game. And each game, you can just name it. Instead of window capture, you could call it Call of Dragons capture. So when it's not working, you know what one to fix. But that's two easy ways to be able to capture your game without capturing your desktop. I find both ways very efficient and very easy to use, and they do save on computer resources. When you're not capturing your background, that's actually a whole bunch of data that your system no longer has to process for the capturing. Now anything that you have on the other screens is never going to show up. Your pop-ups and notifications, they won't show up neither. And this is a great way to capture your games without capturing everything else. But that's really it for this one here. I just wanted to cover a quick and dirty and how to get that there set up the easy way. And I wanted to make sure that I show a few other options because I know a lot of people have had problems with game capture in the past, myself included. Like with the Call of Dragons, I could not figure out how to get game capture to work. And all I needed to do is just use window capture. I didn't realize it was pretty much the exact same thing with a few more options. So I hope this here helped you out. But that's it for this one here. If you think I forgot or left something out, definitely leave it in the comments below. And if you like or found the video helpful, hit the thumbs up and get subscribed for more content. Thanks for watching.